Stop where you are, human. Don't come any. Wait. What is that scent you carry? Is it really you? It cannot be. How fortuitous. My lost child has returned in our hour of need. The Slayer of the Master, the Echo of Ages. I could hardly believe my eyes. But then again, only you could slay so many of my new generation of super mutants. Only the lost one could be so superior. No, but I remember your face so clearly. I released 4 candidates into the Wasteland tribes as infants. Only one remains. Have you ever wondered why, when your friends die, you alone walk away? Why you can absorb a clip of bullets and just shrug it off? No, Lost One. You are my creation. A mutant bred for your superior traits. A clone of the Master's Killer from Vault 13. Yes, Lost One. You are a clone of the Vault Dweller. The one who came and sundered the sacred unity so many decades ago. They walked away from the cathedral, left it in flames, left me for dead. But their blood was rich on the ground, so I collected it. I was only a lowly Nightkin then, but the Enclave offered me a chance to rise above my station and reclaim their work at Mariposa. I took their failing second generation of mutants and rescued them here to Fort Daggerpoint. That is where I discovered this place and merged my body with the FEV. I then began to experiment on the DNA I could not find the right strain in the sample I gathered, so I created 4 variations. You are the strongest one of them. The right one. Indeed. Has it not worked? Are you not the same as the one who killed the Master? I left your batch among the Vault exiles so they would adopt you as their own kin. That was my plan, to replicate your original upbringing. You grew up in the Vault just as the First did. You were sent on a journey beyond its walls. You are the same. You share the same life, the same traits, and now you are here. I may rejoice in taking that human weakness away from you, and finally restore my master's glorious plans for unity. Search your feelings, Vault Dweller. You know it to be true. Damn the law! Let's live dangerously! Your precious law is as mutable as your own flesh. That flesh which I have molded, and will soon transform into the perfect being.
No, that's not true. I'm not some fucking mutant experiment gone wrong.
You only grow stronger.
So that's it then. All this time, I'm a mutant freak just like you. I'm fake, barely human. Just a little embryo in a test tube and popped into some wasteland whore to carry. And you? You're the best of them. The only one they wanted. The Enclave invasion, the super mutants. It's all your fault. Everything is. No, it's more than that. We were supposed to be weapons. We ended up as discarded waste. I don't want to be that. I had parents. I'm a real person. Everything I ever dreamed of isn't a fucking lie. So that's it then? Just because we're built to destroy, it's all we can do? I survived those monsters in the vault for 20 years. I was broken. I was degraded. I escaped when given the chance just to get my hopes crushed and taken by raiders. I killed so many of them, but the blood isn't washing it away. Nothing can change this. I don't want to live with what I am. Where the hell are we supposed to go, Vault Dweller? Home? Back to the NCR? Back to the vault? They're all dead. There's nothing left for us but this. That freak was right. We're stuck like this. We were never anything different. It's over. Fine then, we'll go. We'll go save the damn world. It's not like you're capable of anything else. It's what you are. It's what you've always been.
This is the place. Get ready for anything. I'm a human, but with an FEV-enhanced parasite in my body that makes me immune to radiation and disease. Basically, I'm a super mutant, just a little more compact. Just like you. Didn't you listen to what the Father had to say? He created you, cloned you. When the super mutant army found this place, they studied the parasite stored here and used it to create you, a clone of their oldest enemy. Skeletal protrusions. The Project Brazil parasite uses my body like a vehicle. Most of the time, it's happy to just heal my injuries and keep me healthy. But it has a mind of its own. I took a bit of a beating on my way in here, and now it's protecting its host. The spikes are just the first phase. The real monster will take over in a few minutes. So I was implanted early, before they worked out all the bugs. The parasite, it doesn't just clone damaged tissue. It replicates your whole body. The early models made a beast like the Father, and the Master before him. It was a kind of cancer. The one I have almost worked as expected, except that every now and again, its desire to reproduce kicks in. It turns my body into a monster. The bone blades are first, then the super mutant form kicks in. The beast eats anything it can get its claws on, then uses that protein to make its clone. After that, the clone rips its way out of my guts. It has all my thoughts and memories, my face, my attitude, and then it runs off, thinking that it's me. Not exactly. I'm not sure what the Father did to you. You may not go through the same transformation I do. He wanted to dip you in the vats. I don't know if you noticed while you were busy shooting them, but the mutants have a kind of cult. They worship the FEV. They dip everything in it. You've already met them all. Bragg and Chevy are my last clones. Not always. He was me once, until they tortured him, turned his mind against itself, and wrapped it up in a cult of shame and fear. They kept him locked away in a cell on the Poseidon oil rig for a decade, trying to turn him into the best soldier he could be. Eventually, they broke him, I guess. He boxed away my voice in his head and all my memories, made up a character to live inside. He's pretending. The propaganda and military jargon, it's just another role he plays. It's why they made him an infiltration expert. He's lying. He's been lying his whole life. It's all he is now, the lie and its consequences. He'll kill his way around the globe until there's no one left to call him on it. Unless you and I put a stop to it. Some, I'm sure. But not all of them. He can tell the truth from a lie. He just chooses to keep what matters most to him close to the vest. Thank you. Lead them on until the last minute. Then, attack. The nuclear missile they're preparing to launch will destroy their bodies down to the cellular level. We have to get them positioned beneath it. Then, this will be over. No more resurrections, no more clones. You can be the last of our kind and walk away. I have to go get ready. I can't hold off my transformation much longer. I'll meet you upstairs.
Stop right there, Vault Dweller. I've been preparing for your arrival since you left us for dead in that crumbling vault. I have to say, I'm impressed. When I met you, I would have never taken you for one of us. But after all you've done, it makes sense. You've carved a swath of destruction across California. You've done things even the Enclave thought was impossible. But now, it comes down to you and me. You'll be the one left to burn this time. The Colonel and I were never Vault Dwellers. The Wasteland Scouts stole Project Brazil's mutant containment serum. They also had healthy adults and children to recruit for the Enclave's genetic purity program. Now there's nothing left of them, thanks to you. You are Project Brazil. Or what's left of it. You're a product of the same virus that keeps John and I alive. That's what this fortress was built to contain. Or destroy it in case the experiment escaped West Tech's control. They weren't expecting super mutants from another base to break in and steal it after the Great War. Or that they'd create you. We are the harbingers of a new era. One free of the wild mutations that have corrupted this land. When we are done, this world will be pure again. And those like you will only be a memory.
Oh, looky here, if it isn't the little upstart from Vault 18. I've been looking forward to a second showdown with you. You killed 30 of my patriots. Their blood is on your hands. I bet you feel real proud traipsing across the wasteland. But your game is up. Now I have the home court advantage. Didn't your pappy downstairs tell you? You're just a Xerox of some dead guy he scraped off the kitchen floor. You're Project Brazil, the little parasite that could. You have the same experimental virus in your gut squirming around that we do. He installed one of the Enclave's top secret properties in you, and now the whole world is after your corpse. Impossible? Like you ain't? An out-of-shape little nerd that can't even handle a vault ball turns into Captain Cosmos in a week? I've seen your handiwork scattered all over the wasteland. You have a death toll that'd make any general proud. Too bad you were born on the wrong side of some mutant line of genetic code. You'd make a fine weapon. Unfortunately for you, that line just ran out at the receiving end of my rifle. Oh, that's real good, kid. You and your toy robot's gonna take on a veteran Enclave officer in one-on-one combat. Oh, shit.
Okay, we have one last thing to take care of. Get the missile ready. When the engines ignite, it'll vaporize Bragg and Chevy, and my mission is over. It's a TAC-5 MIRV. It has 5 warheads inside, one for each FEV storage facility across America, including this one. Project Brazil will be dead, for good. And so will all the others. Time for one last pre-war history lesson, kid. Project Brazil is just the number 2 facility where FEV was stored. Project America was Mariposa Military Base, which was nuked to high hell. Project China, Project Denmark, and Project England are in the Midwest, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. We get this missile airborne, Bragg and Chevy will be vaporized, then this nightmare is over. For me, at least. I'm going to go down there and make sure they can't distract you again. You stay here and trigger the launch protocol. Do you try to convince everybody they're worth saving? You work so hard to keep everyone alive. I'm just another face in the crowd. I'm way too old for you, hun. It's touching, though, really. But the wasteland doesn't need me anymore. The NCR has its laws and regulations. Bounty hunters and vigilantes don't have a place in the New Republic. My way of life is obsolete. If I go out there, the world I fought so long to save won't recognize me. And that's fine. I'm just glad I kept it safe. There's not much time left before there's no turning back. Get this thing in the air. I'm glad it's going to be you, kid. Goodbye.
God damn it! You punk-ass mutant bastard! You think throwing me down this hole is going to defeat me? I'm invincible, unkillable. The red, white, and blue flows through my veins. You may think you've seen the last of me stuck down this hole, but I will climb up there and kick your ass. You will never be rid of me. I will ruin your nightmares. I will fight you until America is free at last. Damn it, kid,
Let's
are
get
you
out of
listening
here.
to me?
I want to burn this place to the
What the
ground
hell
and
is that?
forget it ever existed.
You made it back out. Everything inside that building dead? Good. What's going on with that bomb? They had another base? You're joking. Where the hell was it? Holy Hannah! And you actually managed to program the MIRV to hit them all at once? That's insane! If we can confirm your story, you have just saved the NCR from a far more deadly conflict down the road. That's incredible work. Really. Outstanding. Which makes this next part all that much harder. God, I'm sorry, kid. I hate to be the one to do this to you. NCR brass caught wind of what you are. They know what that mutant told you about Project Brazil living in your body. They know what you can do. Some of them wanted to put you in jail for what you've done, to take the fall for me. Others want to cut you open, but I've got an alternative. There's a military base up north called Navarro. It's an ex-Enclave holdout, one of the NCR's best research facilities. They need a new special agent, like you, a courier protecting vital packages on their way between secure facilities. I want you to head up there to Navarro with that launch key to the Dagger Point system you triggered. It may solve a problem they're having. You can take this new mission from me, or they put you away someplace dark. It's up to you. That's a shame to hear, kid. No living thing deserves what they're going to do to you in that place. I wish this had gone different, that I could just write you out of the picture. I'm sorry. You know, you're right. Here, take this set of orders. I intended to use it for your mission to Navarro, but you've earned a break. Go on, get out of here. Leave the NCR. Don't tell anybody your name, and you'll just vanish from the books. I hope things turn out better for you wherever you're going. Godspeed, kid.
The war for California is over. While the embers of Fort Dagger Point still glow, the raider tribes are conquered by the NCR military. What few super mutants and raiders remain flee to the far corners of the wasteland. With Elsdragon dead and the Bishop family forced into retreat, the pass finally finds itself bathed in the tide of civilization. The local tribes are pacified, the land reclaimed, and the road to the Mojave is finally free for explorers to travel. The NCR soon discovers Hoover Dam and the long-lost city of Glittering Lights. Their next step is to invade the Mojave. They will continue to rapidly expand from Mexico to the far northern frontier, bringing an era of prosperity, however short-lived. As for you, you chose to leave Fort Dagger Point behind and wander off into the wastes alone. This act of courage wins you no friends among the NCR. The Enclave soon rises again in the east, using the anti-FEV serum to menace another hero from Vault 101. General Silverman finds himself disgraced and exiled to the far northern frontier, where he is sentenced to serve out the remainder of his days, alone in a desolate mist. You settle your remaining allies in the town of Hopeville. Not long after the town begins to prosper, the Fort Daggerpoint key you kept with you all those years triggers the self-destruct on the town's arsenal of buried nuclear weapons. Your healing powers keep you alive, but slowly begin to wane after you crawl out of the newly created Divide. Haunted by your past and chased by the NCR, you are forced to find ways to hide your tracks, taking odd jobs just to get by. Eventually, you settle on a job as a courier, until one day, your past finally catches up to you one last time, driving you to your knees in the dirt outside New Vegas.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that?
Oh, come on.